Hey everyone, Gary here. On today's episode of Gary Does Stuff Sometimes, I figured I have a little bit of time and I live right next to the Hudson River and it is gorgeous. It is like half frozen kinda on top. I figured I'd come and bring the drone out right now. It is 23 degrees it says in here, but with wind I think it's pushing like 3 degrees or 1 degree Fahrenheit. The drone is rated to -10 Celsius, which is about 14 degrees Fahrenheit. So technically I should be okay, but I'll definitely be keeping an eye on it because the one body of water that I would never want to swim in is definitely the Hudson River. You can look up why on your own time. Anyway, not super layered up today, just got a big puffy jacket on because I'm right down the road from where I live. So let's go get the drone out and see what we can capture. Should be pretty awesome. Whew. So like I said, definitely chilly. Really cold. I will not be out here super long, but as you can see, it's very clear. This used to be grown up. They've come through and cut a bunch of this greenery down. There was a bunch of trees and foliage and stuff like that. They've cut all of it down. So now I have a clear view, and if I wasn't making this video, I would just sit in the car and do this. But for the video, just to show you guys that I'm freezing my ass off, I'm gonna sit here in the 1 degree weather. Luckily, you guys have tuned in on a good day. Even though it's cold, they're doing some stuff out here, breaking up some of this ice, some of this water. And because this bridge that you'll see, they actually use it when boats are coming through. It's one of those bridges that kind of turns. If you know the name, let me know in the comments. But yeah, let's get the drone out and let's get started. That way I can get warmed back up, you know? So that's something else to be aware of. In these really cold temperatures, one, I've already talked in my last episode about how getting frost on your props and things like that are bad, but also some people don't think when it's cold, the way that your battery in the controller and in the drone performs is very, very different. It shortens the lifespan by a lot because the battery and everything has to work a lot harder to push that current. So obviously be aware of the frost, but also you have to be aware of, I'm gonna have much less battery than I typically would. So let's go ahead and get this up in the air and there we go. Let's go ahead and get this up in the air and we'll see if we can capture some cool stuff before I freeze. So. So right now I'm bringing the drone back. It's definitely cold. It's very cold. Did get some shots, but we might walk around a little bit. God, it's cold. But we'll see. We'll see. We might just do some drone stuff and call it a day. It's so cold. Came in hot. I'm gonna put the drone up and then I might warm up for a second and then I'm gonna walk around and show you guys a little bit more of this area. It's very, very gorgeous. It's a nice little trail and park, but we won't stay super long. Like I said, it's too cold. It's so cold. So I'm getting some hot hands out. I always keep a couple just in case, because although I do love these gloves, they're not the warmest, but definitely sliding a little hot hand in there will help a lot, and they don't take very long. So pro tip, keep some hot hands in your bag. All right, got my bag, got my hot hands. Oh God, it is so cold today. I don't think you guys understand. Whew. So like I said, I'd show you guys a little bit more. So this park is part of it's like a Capital Region Trail or New York Trail or something. I'll put it in the comments or something, but like there's a bike trail that goes all the way and it goes for miles and miles and miles, like through a lot of the upstate region. And earlier this year, I came and flew a FPV drone through here and all this was grown up. All of it was grown up and now there's nothing. It's all gone, it's all frozen. Really, really pretty, obviously, but this region, this park is really cool because there's just a lot of stuff here. There's like a gazebo over there. There's playgrounds. The bike trails are really cool, like I said. There's a walking trail that goes like way, way down past where I live, and it even connects like under the interstate. It's just a cool little park. But yeah, earlier this year, I was here flying an FPV drone. All this was grown up. It's some really cool footage. Like there's a little bridge down there, like I was flying around, but I almost got attacked by some geese. I hate geese. They're so mean. And they were just mad that I was trying to get up against that tree. It was a perfect spot, this tree over here. And they were just mad. There was like 30 of them. I was like, I don't know if you guys can hear that. I'm having flashbacks of the geese. Ugh, no, thank you. Haven't fixed the wobble yet, but hopefully it's okay. As you can see, it goes right along the Hudson. I'm on a nice paved walking path, but the Hudson, one of the famous river for multiple reasons. But it is very, very pretty. I wouldn't swim in it or fish in it, but this park just runs right alongside of it. And I'm just gonna go up a little farther and show you guys like kind of like a little amphitheater. It looks really cool. I captured it in the drone footage too, so we'll see that. But very, very pretty out here. I mean, it's gorgeous. I love it. It's so great. And it's right next to Albany. Obviously, I can hear all the traffic. I see all the big buildings, the juxtaposition. It's kind of like, you know, in New York City where there's the city and then there's like Central Park. And Central Park's like, if you've not seen it, by the way, I haven't seen it in person yet, but Central Park is massive, but it's like green. If you look at a map, it's just green amongst all the gray. So I've made mistakes in my life, but it's way too cold to be out here. Why did I do this? Why did I bring you guys along for this? This was a mistake. Oh yeah, I brought you because it's gorgeous, that's why. Silly me. So we're at that little amphitheater I was telling you about. Very, very pretty. I've actually never came down to it. I don't know what it's called. I don't really know, but there's a little thing that says Albany. It's got flags and there's a walkway that leads into the city. And then on the other side, obviously you have the Hudson, but it's a nice little, this could be a little performing center. It's a place to sit, you know, things like that. I'm a little rusty on my history of this area and I didn't do much research because, like I said, this was kind of a spur of the moment thing. So as you can see here, we have the City of Albany Hudson Riverway Pedestrian Bridge, I think is what it's called. Behind you, there's a little plaque with the flags. Really, really amazing, very, very pretty. You can see everything. That amphitheater is on the other side. City of Albany right there connects you. So I'm gonna wrap it up for today. It's way too cold. Just want to give you one last look at the Hudson, and Albany's behind me there. Albany is a very interesting city. It's very old. One thing about this part of America is it is very old. So there's a lot of different architecture styles. There's a lot of influences. There's a lot of ethnicities. There's a lot of, you know, when they say melting pot, they're talking about this side of the nation. They're talking about this side because this is, you know, all the immigrants came in, and all these deep, deep roots and heritage are still here, and it's crazy to see. It's mind-boggling, all the different things that are just kind of melded together in this area. But let's get back before my legs literally fall off and get warmed up, and we'll wrap up the video over there. So I've made a mistake. It's way too cold. Oh my God, it's so cold outside. I can't feel my legs. I can't feel my face. I can't feel my face. Anyway. Whew. So that's part of the Empire State Trail, I think is what it's called. And it's a little section that kind of runs through Albany. It goes all the way down. It takes up a lot of the state. I'll put some of that information in the description, but oh my God, it's so cold. The hot hands are at least helping a little bit. But this is definitely a little bit different. Like I said, I wanted this to kind of be an eclectic series. It's a little bit of this and a little bit of that. But anyway, thank you guys so much for coming and tagging along. I'm gonna go home and get under some blankets. I think that's what's on the agenda right now. Anyway, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you next time. Take care.
Thank you.